if I have an employer who says, "Hey, Barb, I would love to have a good communication strategy, but two most common things. One is nobody cares about kind of healthcare benefits, other types of benefits, unless they're sick right in that moment, and so nobody
Right.
cares.
Yep.
And then they'll also say, "Oh, but I don't have money, and I don't know, you know, I don't know I don't have a big budget or staff or whatever in order to get it done." How could you maybe walk through how you'd address both of those?
Sure. So and I have t I'm not a communications expert, right? I'm not
Okay.
a trained communicator, so I always acknowledge that because 'cause I've learned that there's a big difference.
For
So the
sure.
first thing is, I've seen great success, and you're right, people don't care about these things until they need them, right? That's just human nature. It's I've got a job, I don't need that to be my job, but when I need it. So the first thing is think about when are those moments happening and how do you capitalize on those moments? How do you put that information in front of people and make it easy for them to find? Finding stuff is the hardest thing. So
Yeah.
that's one thing. And that doesn't really cost you anything, by the way. You usually do have people that are managing the internal portal. You can work with your carrier on their messaging and how are they speaking and when are they speaking. That's a bigger lift, honestly, because customer service has just changed in that dynamic over the years.
Right.
Um, and the other thing is pay attention to how you talk about things, right? It doesn't cost you anything to change how you talk about things. Make the
Mm.
language more welcoming, make it more empathic in terms of understanding that stuff. And frankly, Chat GPT, guys, there's great stuff happening with that. There's if there's a good tool, let's use it. Let's use it to good effect, right? Now you have to monitor and you have to train people to do that, but if you're positioning your organization for the future, that really should be part of your plan because it's coming. And to deny it is going to be to your detriment. And then I think it's having this plan to say, where are all the opportunities? And then how are we reminding people? Because most companies offer a ton of free stuff that no one
Mhm.
knows about because it's buried in
Right.
right? It's all over the place. So, like, one of the things that we did that was very successful in an annual enrollment campaign that actually the employer ended up winning an award of excellence for, was we did a free stuff page with the annual enrollment that reminded people, "You got all of these things, and by the way, here's how you find it." So, it wasn't necessarily that they were facing some big health crisis or somebody in their family had a big need. This was all of the other things that they do and they run and they manage that never see the light of day to
Mm.
remind people there's a whole lot more out here for you than just these 3 things we're asking you to choose.